just in case you're wondering where you are right now, you've come down from the snowy old Port Hills and you're next to the Heathcote River, and across the road there is Princess Margaret Hospital. So Richard, if you wanted to find out exactly where that position was on the map, what would you do?
Alright, thanks Shelley. The best way to describe your position on the map, especially if you were maybe unfortunately had to tell a rescue service worker or someone, is to give them a coordinate. Now what I'm going to do now is actually show us how to take a coordinate reading off a Topo 50 map. So the way to do that, and for this example I'm going to use our location where we are here now, and I know that we are between the hospital behind us, which is, where is it? I had it there, thank you Shelley. We're between the hospital and the Heathcote River, which is also featured here, and we're going to take the coordinate by using the grid lines that are already drawn on the map. The first thing I'll do is find the easting grid line, which is represented by the nearest vertical grid line, and it has a number written at the bottom here of 69. So our easting could be described as 69, and our northing, which is the second half of the coordinate, is given by the value of the nearest horizontal line, that is the northing, and in this case it is 75. So our coordinate can be described, Shelley, as sheet number BX24, easting 69, northing 75. And if we're using our fingers and we stay on that, we will actually find our location here, which is between the hospital behind us and the Heathcote River there.
Great to know exactly where you are, especially if you have to quote it to someone who needs to find you, like search and rescue or emergency, like Richard was saying. Now, you may have a little bit of a problem like I do. I know Christchurch, and looking at this map, it's telling me that the centre of Christchurch is kind of in that direction.
Yeah, it is.
What's going on?
You're right, it is at the moment. The first thing you really want to do when you get a Topo 50 map, Shelley, is actually orientate it towards its north. We know on a Topo 50 map that the grid lines show that north is facing this way, but we know with our compass that that is not a true representation of where north is. So what I'm going to show you is how to calibrate your map or orientate your map towards north. So we'll do that first of all by placing the compass parallel with the vertical grid lines on the map, and we can see that the compass needle is pointing towards magnetic north. So if I change the map around here, Shelley, just line it up there, we are now orientated towards magnetic north. Now there's another thing that you need to know about north. So we know that the magnetic north is calibrated with the needle pointing towards it, but there's also another north, and that north is called true north. Now true north exists because that is the axis on which the earth spins. Now magnetic north actually changes. So what we do is we make a little correction with the map to factor in the true north. And it's also listed at the bottom of the Topo 50 map here to say that magnetic north on this map is 23.5 degrees east of grid north. So what we'll do is we'll add that factor in here with the compass, and we'll add our 23 degrees east here, and we will now move our map accordingly to face true north. Does that look a bit better to you?
Yeah, Christchurch is where I expected it to be.
Yeah.
So that correction for from magnetic north to true north,
right,
is that because the map's actually based on true north?
That's correct. The Topo 50 map is actually calibrated or orientated for true north.
So you have to get that right, that orientation correct. So, given this, you'll never be lost again.